Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the COVID-19 2020 update. I think this is day number 4. It is Monday, March 23rd, 2020. And I just did 2 telehealth occupational therapy visits. Woohoo! High five, go me! So this day has been just a whirlwind again. So many changes. So I think if you've watched any of my previous videos, I had said that we were going to be required to update all of my patients' therapy plans to reflect that visits were going to take place via telehealth. And in the beginning, I never mentioned this, but from what I had read and researched and watched videos on, you know, they all just said that telehealth is just a different type of delivery model. It's just another mechanism for doing therapy. It's not like a therapy service. I think they finally realized that, and so they said, you know what, you can just get the consent for telehealth and then you can resume therapy services like normal, just using telehealth. So that's what I did today. I mean, it was still a lot of work because I'm not going to go into it, but documents had to be requested and re-requested, and then it turns out we're paying for every document we request, and it's just like, okay, let's slow down. But I am happy that I'm a really slow worker, and I hadn't actually started updating anyone's therapy plan yet. I had 2 scheduled this afternoon, but instead of doing that, I just went ahead and did a telehealth visit. I thought it went really well. I think I picked the 2 hardest visits to start with though. My first ever telehealth occupational therapy session was with myself, the parent, a translator, and another discipline. So we were doing a co-visit. I'm not going to go into too much detail, just to protect the patient's privacy. So there was 4 of us, and I had to set up the meeting, invite everyone, walk the parent through. It did take about 20 minutes to get everything set up and have the parent figured out and problem solve, do all of the logistics. So it took about 20 minutes for that. But then after that, it was great. Halfway through I had this like self-reflection, and it felt like I was watching one of the videos that I had seen with telehealth, and I was like, wait, this looks just like the videos that I watched, except I was doing it. So it was really awesome, and I did it from the comfort of my own home while wearing my slippers. So yeah, and then I did one immediately, like 5 minutes later. We called the next family. Again, I used a translator for that one, and I thought it went really well. You know, I was worried about filling time and like asking and telling the parent to do things, but they were really great, and I kind of, you know, reflected with them to see how they thought it went, and they both seemed pretty pleased, so no complaints there. There was, at the very beginning with with the first visit, the child really wanted to get the phone. So we ended up putting the child in the high chair, and we worked on having the child set their cup down on the table, because this kid will just like keep throwing their cup on the ground. So it actually worked well, because that's our goal. So we did the visit with the child mostly in the high chair, and it was easy because mom was able to set up the phone. So yeah, it's probably like 5:30 right now. I still have so much work to do, but I'm probably just gonna call it for today, and then wake up really early and start tomorrow. But tomorrow I have pretty much a full schedule. So Tuesdays are my busiest days, and I usually see 7 kiddos, and I have, I think, all of them planned tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow would be like really jumping off the bridge and just diving head first into it and doing 7 telehealth visits in one day. So we'll see how that goes. I do need to see if I have any headphones to wear, because I am not, I mean, I can type, but they can hear me typing and it's kind of loud and annoying. So I'm hoping that I can either find some headphones or maybe steal one of my husband, one of Will's like gaming headsets, because if you wear headphones, it minimizes the sound because I'm just talking into a microphone. So it minimizes the like environmental and external sounds that the other viewers have. So that was my Monday. How are things going for y'all out there in the world? You know, I've been thinking a lot about other therapists and other healthcare workers and frontline healthcare practitioners that are still treating and meeting patients face to face. There's been so many stories, which I'm sure y'all have seen, you know, about nurses and doctors and, you know, just different healthcare professions complaining that no one is thinking about them or caring about their needs or considering them, and they're just on the front lines trying to meet the needs of all of the people in their community and testing and putting themselves and their families at risk, and they don't have enough personal protective equipment. And you know, this is only what I'm hearing in the news. Maybe it's not as bad as they're portraying it. Maybe it's even worse. It's really hard to know. But I didn't mention this last week. One of my actually really close friends in OT, she works in a NICU, and she told me that at the hospital she works at, there was a patient that died of COVID-19, and that made it really real for me. I mean, especially for her. I can't, you know, I talked to her and she told me that like that was the first time she had felt real fear associated with the COVID, you know, the COVID. I think for a lot of us, it's still kind of this external thing that hasn't impacted our lives, but it is real and it is impacting a lot of people. And to hear her say that she was working in a facility that actually had a patient, I can't imagine. I would be scared to go to work. I haven't spoken to her since last week to follow up and see what's going on there. But, you know, I've said this like 1,000 times, but I'm so thankful that I'm able to continue with my job and work from home and continue to help all of my families and my patients get the therapy that they need. And I think it helps continue some normalcy in their life to meet with me. And I will say it was so weird, especially with the first child that I saw. I love him to death so much. Just want to squeeze him. But I just wanted to be there so bad. I didn't realize I didn't think I would feel that way, but I really wanted to be in that person's home. I really wanted to be there with that family. It was so weird. I've been working with them for 2 years. I've been there hundreds of times probably in that time. Maybe not, maybe 100 at least. And it was just weird to not be there with them. My camera battery is about to die. BRB. Okay, I think we got it. But like I was saying, you know, it just felt weird to not be there, to be there with the family. But I guess we'll get used to that. But the weirdest thing, I was telling another coworker that I think the weird thing is, you know, I'm going to start therapy with a new family that I evaluated last week, and I will have never met these people in person. I will have never even met this child face to face, and we're going to start doing therapy. So that's kind of even weirder. At least with everyone else, I've been to their house. I know the environment, the setup. I know what toys they have. But with this new kiddo, it's completely from scratch. So that's going to be unique. That's going to be probably a challenge, but we'll see how that goes. But I mean, I can see myself getting used to telehealth, but it's just really hard to manage my time. I have been struggling managing my time and like staying focused. I guess, who knows, I felt like I had ADHD today because I was just like, first I was doing this and this and I could not stay focused. So I also think though, because I didn't have my typical schedule and routine, and I wasn't exactly sure what I should be doing, and I was just kind of self-guiding, which is hard for me. I kind of need that external support and someone telling me what to do, to be honest. So I'm hoping tomorrow will be easier because I actually have a schedule of certain kids with breaks in between, so we'll see how that goes. It has been so fun though working with Will. So Will's my husband, he's also working from home. And so like every time I walk past his desk, he's like, HR, I'd like to file a harassment claim, HR. So we're just joking, as I'm sure a lot of people are working from home. So he's like, don't come in my desk space, man. He's like, get out of here. He actually came into the room back there for the first time. He came into my office and he's like, what? He's like, you got a bed and a desk, and like he was envious of my work from home setup, as he should be, because I have created a very nice environment. So it has been fun, just harassing each other while we're working. But that is so weird to think that like we're both working from home. Like I had just finished a visit and I came out here to go run to the bathroom, and he was like on a conference call, like working, and it was just so surreal. I'm like, what? How has this happened so quickly? But that's enough rambling, I think, for one video. I will continue to keep y'all posted on my experiences with telehealth and that transition. Again, I have no idea how long it's gonna last, but so far no real big complaints about actually using telehealth. Just the constant changes and updates and like protocols and requirements and all those different things. That's been kind of frustrating and annoying because I'm just here by myself. I can't immediately just get feedback or call someone. And the amount of text and emails that I've been getting is just outrageous. And that's really what made it hard to focus, because I would start doing something and then there would be an email. I'll check that email. Do something. Oh, I got a text. Oh, there's like 7 different text threads that I'm a part of. So I've got to respond to each one and thumbs up this comment, and like, oh, it's just so annoying. But those are minuscule problems in relationship to like what's happening globally. So I know I'm complaining about things that aren't super important, but I'm just, addressing my experiences right now. So again, just to reflect upon everything that I said, telehealth so far has been okay. And I'm just really thinking about everyone that's on the front lines right now, and just realizing that it's closer to home than I think, and it's probably closer to home than you think. So I know we have to continue to take it seriously. So I think that's going to be it for me today, guys. Before I go, what did the turtle say after the accident? Man, it all happened so fast. That's right. I'll be here all week, people. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.